What is going on, guys? Mr. Rogers here, and we are back in Madden 19. Lost the Monday night game. I had the Ravens over the Bengals, and the Bengals were able to pull it off. So I'm at 2-2, 500, and we're going to focus on the Thursday night game, which is the Jets at the Browns. And I am going. Sorry, I'm reading the ticker at the bottom. I'm going to go with the Jets, Jets. Go pro, ready. And let's see, that's going to be we'll do 8:15. All right, let's jump into it.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. So with that, let's get up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number two, number three, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Start out with a little man.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Gordon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be second and 12.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The first carry for a former 49er and also a former Buckeye. It's Carlos Hyde. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Decent run.
The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They go play action now. Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the
Pretty
football.
bad if the punter is a star.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. We get a peek at the number 3 overall pick out of USC, the rookie QB, Sam Darnold.
And remember, the Jets traded up to number 3. They traded with Indianapolis to get in that spot, but they weren't assured of getting Sam Darnold. And then the draft board fell exactly the way they wanted. They got the guy they wanted in Sam Darnold. And the Jets, who haven't made the playoffs since 2010, when they were led by another USC quarterback named Mark Sanchez, hoping for the same effect from this young rookie out of USC. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second down, Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson.
Go.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The offensive starters now for the Jets.
I don't know about you, but I love a good undrafted free
Oh,
agent.
they do the same
So
thing
let's take
for
a
each
look at Robbie
side.
Anderson,
Man.
wide receiver, because in 2017, 63 catches, 941 yards, and a strong candidate for the Pro Bowl. Didn't quite get there, but was knocking on the door. How about that for an undrafted free agent out of Temple, now making good in the NFL?
Now off the bootleg, Darnold.
Jeez.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him.
Gotcha, boy.
The team is able to come up with the ball.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking.
He's going to wind
right
up
now.
with
they'll be
the
seeking to gain
Patriots
that
if he hasn't
advantage
already
here on
done
this
it.
drive. And the defense for New York.
I wanted to highlight the back end of this defense and especially focus in on the safety duo of Jamal Adams and Marcus May. Adams, their 1st-round pick. May, their 2nd-round pick. And both had tremendous rookie seasons. Both can play free safety or strong safety. I call them mirrors. What one is doing, the other is doing the opposite.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play.
A little bit of a defensive struggle here.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll give to Hyde. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Off the play fake. Here's Taylor.
There we go.
And a turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Was getting double teamed in the middle.
Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. That's something this coaching staff told us they want to see a lot more of this season.
I imagine the entire time in the offseason when these guys were taking breaks from watching film, when they were out running and doing all the other things, all they were thinking about is, how do we create more sacks? They loved what they just saw there.
Because they were near the bottom of the league in 2017. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt.
Oh, man.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left.
Almost
and this will
had that one,
remain
too.
a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one
I think I
winds
hit
up
X
no good.
one step too quick. Oh, well.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go #1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to #3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there. And while many were expecting Broadway Baker Mayfield, instead they got sudden Sam Darnold. And I think the Jets fans are going to be very happy to have him.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hurry up, here we go. Gone, 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 gone.
They keep it with Crowell on first. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind,
Start to pick up
partner,
the pace
especially
there a
in the
little bit.
second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Darnold. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Thought about running for a half second.
The Jets and Browns, 2 cellar dwellers from a year ago, and they did meet in that season, Week 5 in Cleveland. Myles Garrett, it was his NFL debut. He got 2 sacks, but it was former Brown Josh McCown throwing 2 second-half touchdown passes to lead the Jets to the victory.
And every time I hear about the Jets and Browns playing, you know what I think about? The first ever Monday Night Football game, the Jets at the Browns. Cleveland won. I believe it was 1970.
It was indeed. I just happen to have the note here. I don't know this off the top of my head, but September 21st, 1970.
Two-minute warning.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here.
Okay.
Scoreless game. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in
Wow,
this game.
he's got a pretty
because
decent leg on him,
anytime you get
43.
to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost.
Oh.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep this confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely.
There we
He's
go.
going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Leonard Williams able to get him for a loss of about 3. They go play action with Taylor. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. On third down, Taylor. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
That was ugly.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Let's get something going here.
Offense now, they head out to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He's got his man. It's Curse. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag
Better not be a holding call. Damn it.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now let's go. Green 39.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
There we go.
Neil Sterling, an even 90 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And we get the ball in the second half, too. Heck yeah.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football.
All right, let's hold him.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So we've reached halftime with a bit. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on second down is done.
Oh, I didn't mean to throw it to him.
And he
Damn it.
almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half.
Hate it when I do
Instead, it's
that.
third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Let's go! Over!
Off of play action, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick there on the
Oh,
coverage.
man.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
Tell me.
that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some
Madden.
points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Went to switch players, and it took me to the corner instead of the safety.
Yeah, those two.
Oh, well.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, Hyde. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends.
There we go.
Former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this
Take
case,
that
though, we saw
every
two
time.
tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, he broke my ankles.
Down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
So often you hear about teams trying to avoid the middle when they're working against a true 3-4 defense because the nose is so hard to move. Which side do you block him to? How do you get him out of the middle? Well, some teams will double team. Some teams have a good center that can move a guy. But if you can control him, that takes away whatever the rest of the force guys are trying to do to you, because once they get to the play, you usually overwhelm them with your own blockers, and that creates some space.
God, dude,
Nothing
shut
fancy on
up.
first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Taylor on target to Gordon for a Cleveland first. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor over the middle and into the hands of his
Madden.
receiver, Lambert.
God, y'all
And
killing me.
down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying.
There we go.
Brought down at the 20-yard line. Jordan Jenkins leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
1 quarter to go.
Now here in Cleveland. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And this will be incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Handoff comes to Hyde. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
See if I can block
Absolutely
this
nowhere
one.
to run there.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Always sucks when you spin right into somebody.
New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Man.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This is the running back, Powell. And get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Come on.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Emmanuel Agba there on the stop. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, I ran into
Looking
my
for
own
a
guy.
cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. They show the pressure too great, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
I'm just going to take the delay.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for New York. And a nice special teams
there we
job
go.
here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases.
Keep that up, and we'll be
with that field goal.
walking home with the W.
Wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On second down, Taylor. Open man, the tight end
All
foul.
right, stopped him.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The reception good for 7. It's third down. He's back to throw. Powering his way forward. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Back to throw. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Oh, man.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing.
Oh, dude.
Inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown,
Wow.
Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, 67 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Wow.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Roberts on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them to finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Darnold now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Anderson. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize. So adjustments are often a big part of each and every game. And it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work. And being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. That's Njoku over the middle.
Oh, man.
Brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Here's Taylor. And this ball is caught.
Wow.
It's a touchdown.
Wow.
And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. Roberts on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Do I go for it? Do I take a knee?
Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it up near the 35,
man.
right at the 34 here. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out come the Jets. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the run.
On the run, it's Crowell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here we go now. Hot. Over.
Here's Darnold now on second down. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That was ugly.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
No. Check. Patriot.
To throw is Darnold.
Oh, man.
Down he goes. Jamie Collins in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
31 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Cleveland geared up to take
here
the
goes
field.
nothing.
Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Toward the left sideline, but it's
What was he
incomplete.
doing?
David Njoku was the intended receiver. Third down here.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Taylor now on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, my
That's caught
God.
inside the 20. A huge play there in overtime. 55 yards. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense. In overtime to put him in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make the play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
This isn't looking good.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Again, it's high. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
There we go.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Play action. Now Taylor.
Yeah, buddy.
And he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. And he got it! The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights.
Well, there you go, guys.
They take the lead here, 20-17.
It'll be the Browns over the Jets. We'll have to see how that plays out. As always, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, and we will see you next time. Take care.